feel like you could finish a full-time course-loaded semester, don't take full-time. There's also a 3/4 time and a half-time enrollment payment that we give out to students. We also pay students for less than half-time, less than 6 units. So again, if you feel that full-time and drop out or drop your classes and be on probation, because once you're on probation, it's a lot to overcome in terms of getting it approved and doing an appeal. You guys know that there's a new process of receiving financial aid. So we're sending out these cards called Peralta cards. How many of you have received a card? And everyone's activated their card?
Yes.
So for the new students who are going to require that you activate your card and sign up for pick an option in terms of how you want your financial aid dispersed to you. If you want your financial dispersed through a checking account, through the card, that's an option. You could also transfer the money that we dispersed to you to your own personal bank account. And the third option is, the other important thing is to update your mailing address. So, that's my number, and my office is downstairs. So, again, if you guys have any specific questions about your case, please feel free to come in and set up a time to see me, and I'll be more than happy to kind of go over your status with you.
All the grant is available in the application. Do you think it's better for to check all of it, or just
On the FAFSA application?
yeah, check all the grant that is available on the
on the application it asks if you're interested in direct loan. If you're interested in applying for work study or getting a work study job on campus, then I would definitely check the box yes. I mean, it doesn't hurt to check yes. It doesn't hurt to check no, but I would suggest everyone just check yes.
I have a question. So if you didn't submit where you wanted to do work study, can you go back and change it once you submit your financial aid application?
Yes,
Okay.
you can. Again, with the PIN number, you could always go back to your application and change your answer. Do you want a Cal grant? Do you want a Pell grant? It's, there's, once you submit the application, in turn, you're applying for everything that I just mentioned. Hi, my name is Dave Nguyen. I'm the financial supervisor here at College of Alameda. I'm here just to talk briefly about financial aid and how to apply, what's the purpose of financial aid. So the purpose of financial aid is to help students pay for school expenses and help them succeed in their educational and career goals while they're in school. So the process to apply for financial aid is through an application called the FAFSA. So the FAFSA is completed online through the website fafsa.gov, and students, every student who's interested in getting financial aid has to do the FAFSA application. If they're interested in work study and other forms of financial aid, they have to indicate that on the form as well. Once they submit the application online, they will in turn go to the financial office at our school if they're interested in attending College of Alameda. We'll process their paperwork, determine eligibility, and once we determine that they're eligible, we'll disperse their financial aid through a card, the new Peralta card, and students will be able to access their money through the card and use the card as if it's a debit card. Students could also use the card to activate and transfer their financial aid through the bank account, and also a paper check. So that's the new method of receiving financial aid.
How about the students that aren't eligible for financial aid?
Are not eligible. There are students who don't. There are certain requirements to receive financial aid. There's obviously income requirements. If you fall above an income level, there's a chance that you will not be eligible. Also, there's academic requirements. You have to have at least a 2.0 grade point average to be eligible to receive funding. And also, if you're not completing enough courses, you're dropping out of some classes, it definitely will affect your financial aid status.
How the bag waiver works?
Okay, yeah, another form of financial aid is the bulk fee waiver. So The blog fee waiver is a program that waives tuition fees for students who are eligible. So there's the students who do a FAFSA automatically apply for a blog fee waiver as well. So students who are eligible, their tuition fees are waived. Part of the requirement is to get the blog waiver is to be a California resident, because the program is through the state. So you have to be a resident. You have to be living in the state for at least a year and a day to be eligible for the fee waiver.
So how about the international students?
Oh, unfortunately, international students aren't eligible to receive any Title IV funding, and financial aid, and fee waivers. Part of the eligibility criteria is to be either a permanent resident or a U.S. citizen to receive funding or financial aid.
Okay.
So unfortunately, no.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Anytime, no problem.
Thanks.
And now, if your worker says, now I need proof, if you put anything in this column here, and you say, well, I went up to the library and I sat in the computer for 2 hours, then